children, today we are going to discuss about tissues and types of plant tissues. What is tissue? Tissue is nothing but a group of cells. The tissues present in plants, they are known as plant tissues. Different kind of cells combine together to form tissues, and these tissues perform different kinds of functions. They will arrange organelles. Learning objectives from this module. After completing this lesson, you will be able to learn definition of tissue, list of types of plant tissues. What is tissue? Tissue is a group of cells having similar origin, structure and function. For example, parenchyma, collenchyma. Properties of plant tissue. Most of the plant parts are tissues with dead cells because tissues provide mechanical strength to the plant. Cells of some tissues in plant growth takes place in some parts, so these parts containing tissues having continuously dividing. Types of plant tissues. There are two kinds of tissues followed here. They are meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue containing growth regulators in that, so they will continuously grow. A group of closely associated cells that perform related functions and are similar in structure. Here we can see xylem and phloem cells which can carry forward the food materials and water molecules all over the plant body. Meristematic tissue. Kinds of meristematic tissues are there: apical meristematic tissue, lateral meristematic tissue, intercalary meristematic tissue. The growth of plant occurs in certain specific regions. This is because of dividing tissues, known as meristematic tissue, composed by actively dividing cells, responsible for the production of cells. Capacity of division is restricted to certain parts of the plant body called meristems, which are actively throughout the life. Plant tissues. Tissues in plants that divide throughout their life. Plant tissues can be classified as growing meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Permanent tissues are useful for food storing. Apical meristematic tissue. These tissues are present in the tip of stem and roots. They help in the growth of stems and roots. The cells in these apical meristematic tissues continuously divide. Apical meristematic tissue allow the plant to grow height-wise, and lateral meristematic tissue allow the plant in width of the plant, and intercalary will help to note points. Meristematic tissues. Here we can see the locations of apical meristematic tissue, lateral meristematic tissue and intercalary meristematic tissues. Positions of meristems: apical at tips and intercalary, and it is at nodal points, and lateral, and it will increase the girth. Intercalary meristematic tissue. These are present at the base of leaves and internodes. These help in the growth of branches and leaves. Intercalary meristematic tissues will help to grow the plant lushy. Permanent tissues. The meristematic tissue that take up the specific role lose the ability to divide. This process of taking up a permanent shape, size, a function is called cellular differentiation. Cells of meristematic tissues differentiate from different types. They are parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma and epidermis. Parenchyma cells are commonly present at leaves. Collenchyma cells present at tender shoots. Parenchyma tissues. Parenchyma. Para is means that beside. Chyma is filling loose. In the bulk of substance in plants, it consists relatively unspecialized cells within cell wall and usually loosely packed. Parenchyma is the most common plant tissue. It is relatively unspecialized and make up a substantial plant of the volume of herbaceous plants and leaves, flowers. Eurenchyma. Eurenchyma is a airy tissue found in roots of plants which allows exchange of gases between the shoot and root. It consists large air-filled cavities which provide low resistance internal pathway. Chlorenchyma. Sometimes parenchyma cells contain chloroplast. These types of parenchyma cells are known as chlorenchyma. They perform photosynthesis in plants. When a chloroplast develops in parenchyma and gets green, that it's called chlorenchyma tissue. Let us see the permanent tissues. Here we have simple and complex tissues. Simple permanent tissues are divided as parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma tissues. Again, parenchyma tissue divides into parenchyma, eurenchyma and chlorenchyma tissues. Sclerenchyma tissue is divided into xylem tissue and phloem tissue. They will transporting tissues. They will exchange food materials and water to one place to another place. Collenchyma tissues will store the food materials. Here we go. Each kind of tissue is meant by its specific function. I hope you understand this module. That's all for today. Thank you, children.